instructions. So if you want to go on to Angel, if you go under lessons, and you go down to today is what, June 29th. These are PowerPoint files you will need to get started with the assignment. So if you click on that, what's that? Oh, there's somebody still out? Well, you can download and make sure you save file. Don't open with Explorer. I don't know why it tries to open with Internet Explorer, but if you download these files and uncompress them, we can get started. Okay, again, so on Angel, you can download these files right here, this one right here. You can download that, uncompress it. Again, to uncompress on Windows, you right-click and say Extract All. Once it's been extracted, you'll notice there's a couple PowerPoints in there, and then there's a storyboard. So we're going to look at each one of these. First one I'm going to open is the one called Introduction. So if you double-click on the one called Introduction, it'll open PowerPoint, and we'll talk about it briefly. If you notice, just like in Microsoft Word, if you download and extract something that was made in a zip format, you might need to enable editing. You see the box that says Enable Editing, right? So you might need to do that if you want to change this. There we go. So everybody have Introduction open, right? Okay, so let's play the PowerPoint presentation. So let's talk a little bit about PowerPoint and when PowerPoint came out. Again, PowerPoint came out in the late 80s, early 90s. It destroyed a whole industry that I used to be in. My company went out of business in 1992, mostly because of PowerPoint. I used to make slides. We would make presentations with a slide projector. I would make slides digitally on a computer, design them like this. We'd put them onto a piece of film using what we call a film recorder. It was basically a laser that would put the colors down, and it would make a piece of film. And then I'd process it. I had a whole E6 processing was the slide film processing, and then I would sell them to people like Heinz and Westinghouse, all the big companies in Pittsburgh. PowerPoint came out, and the advantage of PowerPoint, of course, is you could make a presentation right on the computer. You did not need, and you could present with a projector. If we want to play this PowerPoint presentation, inside of PowerPoint, there's a box up here at the top that says Start from Beginning. So if you look up here at the very top again, the first one is like a little icon that looks like a P for PowerPoint. This is a little diskette. I don't know why they use a diskette for the save, but that's what it is. There's an undo button there. There's a can't repeat option. And then this one right here says Start from Beginning. If I click on that or hit F5 on the keyboard, it'll start the presentation. In the computer, there's a variety of ways that we can present our PowerPoint presentation. We can make it so that it automatically goes from one slide to the next slide. So each screen is called a slide. You can have it go from one slide to another slide automatically, or you could use a clicker like she was doing when we were looking at Nancy's presentation, right? And of course she talked about how Steve Jobs' clicker broke during the presentation. Can you imagine? Whoever handed him that clicker probably got fired, I'm sure of that. Can you imagine Steve Jobs and you piss him off? You're probably out the door. Probably kicked him out, kicked him out of Apple the day, probably that. Again, to go through your PowerPoint presentations, you can use a clicker if you want, or of course you can use your keyboard. In this case, I can use the arrow keys on the keyboard. If I hit the right arrow, it'll go forward. Notice how the slide faded. If I hit the right arrow again, it'll bring up what is PowerPoint. Again, the arrows on the keyboard are one way to go about it. In addition, you can use it where you click with the mouse on the screen. So arrows on the keyboard or a mouse click on the screen will advance from one slide to the other. Yours is not working? What's that?
Spacebar.
Oh, spacebar too. Okay. Spacebar goes to another slide. The essence of PowerPoint. You focus on the content, enter your information, add additional elements to create interest, motivate your audience while presenting. PowerPoint helps you organize your thoughts, provides tools to make slideshow creation easy, allows flexibility and delivery and presentation. Again, one of the things you notice is you don't have a lot of text, hopefully. People, and we'll watch a lot of funny videos about people talking about PowerPoint and how crappy PowerPoint is. The real purpose of PowerPoint is to help the presentation move forward. Okay, and you don't want the people to have to read on the screen. You don't want to read the slide to them like I just read it to you, right? If you want to go back, you can use the arrow key. Should go back, right? The arrow to the left goes back. The arrow to the right goes forward. So you got what I guess previous and next, I guess you would call them. So if I hit the arrow again, it goes forward. Hit the arrow again, it goes forward again. Notice how you can have a soundtrack if you want. We'll learn how. You can have sound effects in there. What, your sound didn't work? What's that? You can have videos. We'll learn how to put videos in. You can also have hyperlinks. So the nice thing is if you're presenting and you have internet access, you can actually click on some text or a picture and actually have it go somewhere. If I hit the arrow again, it will go forward. Oh, plays the soundtrack. What about PowerPoint? It's done on the computer, of course. It can be interactive, like I just said to you. You can have sound and things like that. Web-based, you can actually put it online and have people view it over the internet, right? You've probably seen PowerPoint presentations online, right? In fact, there's whole websites that just store presentations for you. Right, like a sound website that stores, soundtracks. With SoundCloud has a whole bunch of sounds. We'll learn how to download sounds and put them into our presentation. We'll learn how to download pictures and put them in our presentation. You can make handouts from PowerPoint. We'll learn how to do that, where you can have the slide and then a box for people to write notes. You can make outlines of your presentation for yourself or speaker notes for yourself so that, as you're talking, you could have your own notes with that. So there's a variety of things you can do inside of PowerPoint. In addition to text, you can add images. Like I said, smart diagrams basically what is a smart art diagram? It's basically a kind of a flow chart that you can make. Audio and video, you can have animation. We'll learn how to make what we call GIF animation. We'll make a GIF animation, import that into our presentation. In addition, we'll make charts and graphs like we did last class, and we'll learn how to put a table in, just like we did in Word. The nice thing about PowerPoint is it works like Excel or works like Word. You got the same ribbon. That's what they call the box at the top up there. As you're working inside of Office, you have that sort of option bar at the top, or the bar that goes across the top. That's called the ribbon. Organizes and presents menus according to what you do. It works like the other other Office programs. There's a whole bunch of pre-made ones in there. What else? PowerPoint is a fun, easy tool to help you deliver your message. Whew, it's fun, fun, fun. And that's it. If you want to stop your presentation, you can either hit escape on the keyboard or go all the way to the end like I did. Let's look at another one, shall we? If you want to close this one but keep PowerPoint open, you can go under File, Close, File, Close. It closes it, but PowerPoint is still running. Okay, so again, File, close. We'll close the one you have running. If I go to open, I can go to wherever did I put it on the desktop? I don't know where I saved my stuff. It's probably still inside the downloads folder. Let me see. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, it's still in the downloads folder. I'm going to put it on my desktop. So the folder that you have, actually, it's evil. Maybe because I might have to quit PowerPoint to move it. There we go. Okay, let's look at another one. If you open up that folder, we have green, capital, intro, which we just saw, and content. Okay. So let's open another one. Let's try the I don't know. Let's see what's in green. It just has that. Green. I opened the one that said green. So open that one up. Green. It's called green. Before we start, let's talk a little bit about screen. When you make a PowerPoint presentation, you can do the old school 4:3 ratio, 4:3, or of course you can do what we call widescreen today, right? The 16:9 ratio. Okay, so we have widescreen. Most people today might use widescreen because most projectors can do the widescreen, right? If you look at this one, you can see it's kind of square. If you look at it, see the square kind of look? It would be old school. And the reason why we have that is if you remember the old television you used to have before you had a widescreen or a flat screen TV was more square like that. Right? The ratio for that would be 640 by 480. That's the dimension, 640 by 480 pixels, right? Widescreen. Of course, high definition is what again? 1920 by 1080. Okay. So more widescreen is something like that. This one is kind of square, and it has beautiful flowers in it, right? Now there is some videos that we can watch on Angel. I don't know, maybe we won't watch it yet because I get kind of bored watching the videos myself. So we can kind of just go along if you want. But on Angel, there's one that says Intro to PowerPoint. If I click on that, here's some videos that get you started. I don't know, let's watch one briefly and see.
You have been asked to create a presentation on the benefits of PowerPoint for the Training and Development Department of the State Department of Human Resources. You view an existing presentation, add speaker notes, and then save the presentation as a PowerPoint show. When you begin the slideshow, the presentation opens with the title slide. The title is animated, so the text comes in automatically. You progress through the slideshow using different methods to advance from slide to slide.
We've already done that.
The same animation effect has been applied to all slides for consistency. The fourth slide has a sound icon to indicate sound has been added.
We already covered that.
The sound has been set to come in automatically, so you don't have to click anything for the sound to play. You add a speaker note to a slide to help you remember to mention some of the many objects that can be added to a slide.
We talked about photos, videos, and of course sound.
You view the note in Notes View to see how it will print, then return to Normal View.
We'll do that later where we
You
do
save the
notes view.
slide presentation as a PowerPoint show so that it opens automatically in slideshow view rather than a normal view.
So what he's showing here is that there's a variety of different formats. You can save your PowerPoint presentation. You can save it in a self-running and things like that. So if you look at the list, nope, he missed the list. I missed the list. Hold on.
Then return to normal view. You save the slide presentation as a PowerPoint show so that it opens automatically in slideshow view rather than a normal view.
So again, there's a way of saving your file. So he added on PowerPoint show. PowerPoint show.
Then you save and close the presentation. You have viewed an existing slideshow and used the various techniques to advance through the presentation, while also noting some animation and sound effects that can be applied to slides. Lastly, you save the presentation as a PowerPoint show.
Fabulous. We covered pretty much all that already. So let's go back to our green scene. So it says student name. Again, this is the typical PowerPoint interface. If you notice, you have slides on this side over here. Okay. That way you can have multiple slides. You can make this smaller on this side if you want by putting your cursor between this area and this area. You notice if I put my cursor right here between the two, I can click and drag, and notice how it makes this area smaller. So if you need more real estate, more space over here to work, you can make this area smaller over here. Or you can make it bigger if you want, or smaller. If I go back to my first slide, I can click on each slide as I go through them. You can see that. If you want to adjust the slide, you can click over here in this area. Notice it says student name, so let's put our name in there. If I click in there, just like any other text, I can put my name in there. So I'm going to put my name in there. If you want to rotate your text, there's a rotate option. Notice how it kind of puts a red line underneath my last name. It has spell check kind of built right in. Kind of like Microsoft Word, right? Microsoft Word has spell check. You spell something wrong, boom, it tells you right away. You can move pieces around by just clicking them. You can scale things by putting your cursor along the bottom or top or wherever along the edge, and I can click to make the photo bigger. So it has individual objects. Each piece that you put into a slide has individual object. He was showing in the first video that you can add speaker notes. If you look down towards the bottom, it says click to add notes. Do you see that towards the bottom? We can click and say this, oops, this is the opening slide, whatever you want to call it. So the speaker notes are gone down here at the bottom. What is the purpose of the speaker notes down here is that you can print this out, and this will come along so you can see an image of the slide as well as the notes on a piece of paper when you go to the printer. We'll print some stuff out later so you can see how to do that. For the notes?
Yeah.
Do you see it down here where it says notes? Yeah. Just click on the text and you should be able to retype it down here. Did you get it to change? Okay. In addition, you can change any of the text if you want. If I click on some text, I can go and highlight the text just like you have in any program. You can change the font. You can change the size. Notice that how it has a box. If you change the box size, it doesn't change the font though, okay? But it just changes the dimension, okay? So if I change my box to smaller than the text, it'll automatically wrap. You see how my name is changing right there? It has pre-made layouts already made for you. If you deselect something, you just click outside. So again, you can click on something to select it, click outside to deselect. Click on something to select it, click outside to deselect. Same with the picture. Notice as you move things around in the program, you'll see some lines popping up. Those lines are there to help you line things up. Like if I have it right in the center, notice how it puts a dotted line. See that? As I move it around. In addition, if I move the picture over a little bit more, it tries to align it with my name. Do you see that? So it has like smart ability to line things up for you. So who could not make a great presentation in PowerPoint, right? So you have a home button at the top, an insert button at the top, you have a design button at the top, you have a transition button at the top. Transitions go from slide to slide. You have an animation button at the top. That'll be for individual pieces. Like if when the presentation you want the photo to come flying in, you would use an animation. If you want to go from one slide to the other, animation in between, it's called a transition. So the transition is from slide to slide. Animation is for things moving within a slide. Then, of course, you have a slideshow, which is the ability to adjust the way that the slide goes. Again, you can do it with the controls, or you can have it go automatically, right? You might have a timed show. And in fact, you can actually have a voiceover and have it go timed to the voiceover. That way, you don't even have to present. You just talk into the computer. You sync your voice to the presentation, and then you make it available to somebody, and they can hear you as well as see the pictures at the same time. Self-running kind of thing. We can, okay? So you might have seen PowerPoint on the internet already, right? You've probably seen them before. You can actually export out your PowerPoint presentation as a video also and put it on YouTube. There's ways to do that. In addition, you have spell checker, research, you got your translation, you got your language, you got new comment, show comments, you got view. You have add-ons, and you have picture format, because I have the picture selected, right? I have a picture selected, so there's a format option. So select your picture. Let's talk about that while we're here. If you have an image selected, just like any other of the programs like Word or Excel, you'll notice it has a format option here. You can change the look of the picture. Remember we were doing that before? The same as the other ones. Remember the reflection that we had in the other? That was in the chart that we were using last week. So you have all your options depending upon what you have selected. In addition, you can change the picture, you can compress the picture. Recompressing sometimes will help if you're trying to make your presentation fit within a specific size. For example, if I take a photo straight from my camera, from my iPhone, and put it in here, you know, this takes like 3 megabyte pictures, right? When you put it into your PowerPoint presentation, it's 3 megabytes. Though it might look small, it still keeps the resolution the same as when you import it. So you might need to recompress it, and that's where it says compress picture. Allows you to recompress the picture so that your presentation can be smaller. So if you're ever trying to fit something within a certain size, because think about it, your email can only send, 20 megabytes, right? So you might need to recompress your pictures to make them smaller so that your PowerPoint presentation is smaller. That's what this one is right here. Of course, you can change your picture. You can change the color of it if you want. Correction. Make it darker. That was under correction. No, it's not letting me change it. There we go. Make it brighter. Whoosh. Change the color if you want. One of the things that we're going to do this week also is we're going to talk about something called a duotone and making a presentation that has a certain color scheme. Okay, you can design a color scheme and then use that color theme or scheme, theme, or kind of similar, and use that color theme throughout the presentation without having to just use the pre-made ones. We're going to make our own theme. So that might be one reason why you would change the color of the picture. So try some of those. Again, you might need to click off and then on to do something. Just get used to that. Of course, I don't have a background to remove. Oh, I do have a background to remove. I guess that was for the picture. Whoosh. Everybody ready to move on? We're going to make another slide. Hey, we did enough of the home button, right? Let's go to the second slide. This one. So again, from this one to this one, you can have a transition. Then on this slide right here, you can have each one of these different bullet points, is what these are called. If you click on the text, you'll notice they're all in the same box. They're all in the same box. Okay. The little dots are called bullet points because they look like a little bullet went through. Of course, bullet points are kind of blurring, so you can actually change the bullet to a different types of bullets, and we'll learn how to do that. If you want to animate each one of the bullets to come in as the speaker's talking, a lot of times in the PowerPoint presentation, as they're highlighting a certain thing, they would have each line come in, so we can add animation. So again, click on the text right here. To do the animation, we can click on animation. Notice you have appear, fade, fly in, float in, split, white, and there's a whole bunch of them in there. Again, if you want to get to the options right here, again, I'm under animation. Right here is a whole bunch of options. If you click here, you'll get more options. Entrance, emphasis, exit. These are just, if you want to, when you leave, to wipe away, that's what the exit means. Emphasis means that you would add an effect to it, and then of course you have all those. So if you have your text selected like I have right here, and I'm going to go to the one that says fly in. Fly in. You see them, it'll give you an example of what it would look like. If you want to alter the way that your animation takes effect, you can go into effects options here. You can tell if right now it says from bottom, you could have it go from left, from bottom left, from top left, from top, from right, and so on. Of course, most presentations, if a bullet point's coming in, most of them come from a side. Most people have it come from left because we read this way. So if you say from left, you'll see how the PowerPoint comes in. Or of course you can go from top. Exciting, isn't it? you want to see what it looks like, you can hit presentation up here where it says slideshow up here at the top and say from beginning. Here's my first slide. Again, if I hit my arrow, I go to my second slide. Now, since I put the fly in, you'll notice the bullet points aren't here. The reason why the bullet points aren't here is because I have to trigger them, right? If I hit the arrow key, it'll pull each arrow, trigger the animation. Okay, so I added multiple animations. That's why I guess it did it twice. So try that, and make sure you know how to put an animation in there. Again, we saw some animation that we just did right there. If you want, you can actually animate the picture if you want to. If you select the picture on this screen, again, I'm on a photo, any of the photos if you want. Again, I'm under animations. You can do not only bullet points, but each of the pieces can have that. You can do appear or fade. What do you want to do? Fade? There it is. You can see it fade. Or we can have it fly in. Spin. Wow. Grow and shrink. What's teeter? Teeter? Oh, wiggle, I guess. Color pulse. Color pulse, that doesn't do anything. Pulse? Oh. Disappear? Oh, just disappeared. I don't know. Let's see how that works. I just added that. Let's see. So that comes in. I thought it was going to shrink. It just grew. That was it. If you want to change the order, there's a way to change the order. I have to just think about it here. Let me think. There's definitely a way to change the order. Trigger. On click. I can't think about it right now, but there is a way to change the order. I know that. What I mean by that is, which one is first when you hit the arrow button, which slide comes in, and which one is triggered first. And I can't remember where it's at. Reorder animation, maybe. If you want to make a new slide, let's talk about making a new slide. So here we go. Right now, you'll see I have, I'm between 1 and 2. If you make a new slide by going under Insert, New Slide, it's going to add it after the one. Again, you can have a title slide, a title and content, a section header, to content, a comparison, title only, blank, content with caption, and picture with caption. Do I really need to choose one of these? No, you don't really need to choose one of those. Or you can duplicate a slide. Why would you want to duplicate a slide? Well, duplicating a slide makes it easy for you to add the title in the same spot or something like that, right? That way you don't have to redo this and try and line it up again. If I duplicate this slide, so I'm going to duplicate selected slide, it puts 2 of them. They're exactly the same. And the reason why I do that is then I could change the title. And it's in the same location. If you try and make a new slide or a blank slide, you might not be in the same spot, so on. If you want to delete the text, you can delete the text. I'm going to delete this whole text here and delete my picture. If I can get my picture. No. So I'm going to delete everything and we'll start adding stuff. So delete everything but the title. So all I did was duplicate this one. How did I duplicate it? It was under Slide, duplicate selected slide. That's what I did. Then what I did, I made a new one that is exactly the same as number 2, and I deleted all the content because we're going to go and get some new content. How about we call it brown is the new green? Like my lawn, right? Everybody's lawn is brown. At least mine is. Let's talk about putting pictures in.
How did you delete the whole thing?
Oh, what, the content down here?
Yeah, everything.
You can either draw a box around everything and then hit the delete key on the keyboard. That might be the easiest way. Did it work? Delete is delete. No? Selected. Well, I kept one of those.
No.
So you can delete one of those. If you want to delete that, yeah, click on the edge, not hit delete. Nope. Not hit delete. Let your finger off the mouse. Not hit delete. Okay. You might have to click again because it's pre-made. So click again on the edge. No, on the edge. So when you, yeah, click there. There. Not hit delete. Same thing with this one. Click on that. Actually, click on the edge. There you go. Click. No, it still wants to do the text. Click again. There you go. Maybe click on the edge again. No, hit delete. There we go. So it's kind of, you gotta click on it. It's like you're selecting inside a box or the edge of the box. Okay, you guys ready to move on? You okay back here? And then you put it on here. Clicking is weird. Clicking is weird. What do you want to delete? Yeah. So one way to select it and put your cursor over here, hold the mouse down. Drag over that one. Yeah. You gotta drag it over the whole. Select everything. Here, watch this like this. Yeah. But now you got the title stuff. Keep the title, but we want to delete that stuff. So. Or you can delete that now. Okay, here's a couple of different ways. You can click on the edge like you had it there. Click. And then hit delete on the keyboard. Now that's it. Click again on the edge. Now hit delete on the keyboard. Oh. Click again on the edge. Click on it. Yeah, that's delete doesn't work. So be careful, the delete key on the keyboard, not all of them work. The delete is different than the delete. There's 2 deletes. I know it's a Mac. Okay, let's talk about inserting a photo. I put brown as the new green. Wouldn't it be great to put somebody's brown lawn on there, right? So, let's put a picture in and we'll take a break. So you see here where it says online picture right here? Right here where it says online picture? If you click on it, it'll go to the internet. Again, we can search on Bing. Bing is the search engine because, hey, this is a Microsoft product. And, of course, hey, Microsoft makes Bing, right? Search engine Bing. So that's why it goes there. So we can put in brown lawn. See if somebody has a brown lawn. No, it's clip art. If you go down here and say show all web results right here, it'll actually show you more brown lawns. Again, did you see that? There's a box right down here. So the first one it was searching, it was kind of looking for clip art, right? But if you wanted a photo, click where it says search web results. And let's find somebody's brown lawn. These look better than my lawn. Well, I guess you can spray paint your lawn, right? Did you see that person was spray painting their lawn? Where was that? There was a picture of somebody spray painting their lawn. Where was that? Yeah, I'm going to spray paint my lawn. Oh, this guy's painting his lawn right there, too. Look at that. There's a chicken. I don't know how I got a chicken and a brown lawn search. Some mushrooms. Oh, this guy's spray painting. There you go. Here we go. I'm going to insert the dude spray painting here. There you go. That's how you get a green lawn now. You spray paint it. Now, if it's too big, again, you can put your cursor along the edge and scale it. Again, scaling. So do that and we'll take a break. Is what? Okay, let's continue. Let's talk a little bit about transitions. Again, you can go from one slide to the other slide to the other slide, and we can do something called transitions. So if you click on a slide and go to transitions, these are when you leave a slide to go to another one, what you want it to do. So if I want this slide to go and wipe is a very common one. So this is wiping into it. You see, we start the presentation wipe. So if we wanted to go from this one to this one, we'd click on this one, and then we can do split, or reveal, or random bars, or fade, or cut. It just goes from one to the other. There's a whole bunch of them in between. The crush one is very popular with people. Crushes the page and flies off. Wow. People, or the origami one, folds into an origami shape and flies away. Okay. Paper airplane, peel off, dissolve is the default one. Vortex, there we go. That's everybody's favorite too. Cube. Where's the random one? There's a random one?
Yeah.
Oh, random. Oh no, random bars.
No, at the bottom.
Oh, there's a oh. Oh.
Is that random for all of them?
I guess. I don't know. Probably all in that area right there.
Yeah, it's random for all of them.
You can hit Control A to select all of them, maybe and apply them all to the same one. Let's do random. All of them have random. I select all of these. Control A selects all. Control A. Let's try random. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see which ones I get. Let's see. Oh, I got the dots for the first one. Fade for the second one. Fade. Or wipe. That's a wipe.
Random's actually good. It's up.
What's that?
Random's not bad.
Fabulous. So transitions go from one to the other. Animations go within the slide. Let's continue. I'm going to start again where my brown is the new green slide. To make a new slide again is in, so I'm going to start with number 3, so when I make a new slide, it'll go after 3. But you can rearrange these if you want, and we'll rearrange a little bit in a minute. But let's make a new slide. If I go under Insert, again, you go New Slide. You have Title Slide, Slide Content. Last time we duplicated a slide, remember that? Or if you want, you can just say Title and Content right here. You can click on your title and add a title. Mowing. I spell mow. Mowing? I spell mow.
No W.
Oh, W, thank you. Mowing the lawn. Notice how it's just black text. It's not the same. Remember duplicating and was able to bring the original title of the other titles in? But now it's that. So how do I get this formatting of this one onto this one? This formatting onto this one. Well, one way you can do it is, of course, you can copy and paste. I can copy this entire slide, Control C, this title right here, and go to this one and hit Control V instead of. So you can copy and paste one. We can delete this one if we want. So copying and pasting a title. What did I say? Mowing? Mowing? That's why duplicating is probably a better way of going about it, right? Notice when I chose this one, it automatically put one bullet in there. Okay, but if you look after we made this new slide, notice how it has this little option down here where you have insert table, insert chart, insert smart art graphic, insert picture, insert online pictures, insert video. So there's some pre-made ones. If you want to make a table, you can click on table. It'll ask you how many rows or columns that you want. Of course, rows go horizontal, columns go down. So I'm going to make two columns and 2 rows to give me a kind of a grid. Actually, let's do at least 4 rows. I'm going to do 4 rows, 2 columns. Again, how did I get to this option? It was right here. If you don't see this insert image, the reason why I have these options is because when I was making a new slide, I chose the one that said title and content. So by default, when you use title and content, it's going to put these pre-made content kind of tabs right down here. And if you click on, again, like I said, I was doing columns and rows. I did 2 columns and I did 4 rows. If I hit OK, it automatically colored them, kind of following a theme. That this already has a theme attached to it. The theme is, already one of these options up here. If you want to change the theme of your table, you can actually scroll across the top and you can change it. By default, it makes a darker one at the top. I'm going to use the green one because it's mowing the lawn. So we'll do times of the year. My title here will be times of the year. Year. And then this is how often. So mowing the lawn, times of the year. I guess we'll start with spring because spring is spring the first at the beginning of the year. So we got spring. How often in the spring should I mow my lawn? Once a week. Depends on where you live. And then of course summer. How often should you mow your lawn? Twice a week. Hey, maybe it grows somewhere. Somebody has grass that grows. Might not be me. In the fall, we do back to once a week. Then what do? I don't have another row for my spring, summer, fall, winter, right? We need winter. What do? Well, we can add a new row. Add a new row. You guys ready? I'll wait. Make sure you put some content in there. Everybody ready to add the row? To add a row, I'm going to go to the layout option right here, where it says layout right here. And I'm going to say insert below right here for a row below. You see it right here? Again, layout, insert below, boom, makes a new one, and then we have our winter. How often should we mow our lawn in the winter? How about we put never? I don't know. Whatever you want. But did you see how to add a row? Again, layout.
Pretty soon we won't be allowed to do that at all.
What? Oh, cut your grass?
Huh?
I think the lawnmower companies are probably, and the grass cutting people are probably like, oh, think of all the people that used to come and cut your grass at your house. Now they have no grass to cut.
You know what business is gonna do? The artificial grass.
Yeah, artificial grass. So the people that paint, did you see me painting the lawn? I'm gonna get a green. I'm gonna go to Orchard Supply and get a green spray paint can of spray paint and go home and spray my lawn.
Do it.
In addition, you can change the size of your table if you want. You can put your cursor along the bottom and scale it. Scale it. Scale it. You can make it shorter, longer. If you want to add a column, in addition to adding a row, you see you got insert left, insert right. If you want a column on the right, you say insert right, boom, makes a new column. How about we put down how often you should fertilize, right? Is that fertilize? How often should we fertilize? In the springtime, once a month. In the summer, how about twice a month? And in the fall, back to once a month. And of course, in the winter, never. And of course, if you spell something wrong, like me, I always spell everything wrong. Fertilize will highlight. Do you see that? So do you think there's a spell checker inside of PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Of course there is, yes. There's a spell checker in there. If I can find it.
Right click.
Right click.
Yeah.
I'm close.
There you go.
Right click on it, thank you. If you want to split a cell, again, remember when we were making tables before where we had rows and columns, right? And then the box inside the rows and columns is called a cell, right? You can actually split a cell. If I put my cursor down here, I'm going to go to one where the winter fertilize, winter fertilize. If I go back to layout, you'll notice there's one that says split cell. You can click on that and it'll split the cell into two columns. And then I might put down maybe. How about that? Never and maybe. Two things. So again, to split a cell is where you can split one of the cells to add more content in a cell. You can add more rows or more columns in each cell. To split a cell is under layout, split. Anybody ready to move on? You understand tables are pretty easy, right? If you want to change the color again, you can select the whole thing. And again, it was under design, or not design, I'm sorry, layout, design right here, this design. I know there's a design here. There's another design right there. You can change your color scheme. If you want to change the color, you can do it by hand here. You can change the border if you want to no borders or borders inside. You can change your cells. You can add a shadow. Reflection. You can use word art to emphasize words. It didn't work. You can change the thickness of the border. No? Well, that one is. I'm drawing lines. That was this option right here. Oh, and then we can use a color if we want. Ooh, look at that. All kinds of things you can do. You can erase. Okay, let's make a new slide. You get the idea of how to make a table. Again, to make a new slide, you might duplicate a current slide, or you can make the new slide again under Home. You can say New Slide, or under Insert, New Slide, Home, New Slide. Same thing. So if I say, this time let's use two content right here. So I'm going to make a new slide. Again, it'll put it right here at number 5. You can make yourself a title. We're still doing lawns. So let's talk about artificial. How do you spell artificial? Artificial lawn. Is that artificial lawn? So, well, let's talk about the advantages of an artificial lawn. First, let's put a photo in of an artificial lawn. Again, if you have 2 columns of content, like I did, remember when I was making a new slide, I said 2 content here. So if I want to, I'm going to make a picture of a artificial lawn here, and then I'm going to make some bullet points of the advantages of an artificial lawn. So again, I'm going to use this box over here to put an online image in there. You can click either here for a picture that you have on your computer, or you can click here for an online picture right here. If I click here, it'll go to the internet. Again, we have our Bing search, and we can type in if I could spell it. So let's find a picture of some beautiful artificial lawn. Look at that one. Ooh, look at that one. You would think it would get dirty, though, huh? Does the artificial lawn get dirty, I guess? No? I don't know. So put a picture in. Again, I went online, and I clicked on the Bing search. And, of course, let's put the advantages. Again, there's bullet points over here. So we can put in never needs water. That's a number 1 benefit, right? Never needs cutting. What's another advantage? Stays green? Stays green. What's another advantage? Dogs love it. I don't know. Whatever you want. If I'm going to move my picture so it lines up with the top, everything needs to be aligned. To make a nice presentation, alignment is very important. Again, I should either align the text to the picture or the picture to the text. Probably something like that would be better. That looks better. Alignment is very important. So how can I get this color right here onto the other one here? Now last time we copied and pasted, right? Let's see. If I click on this, will it tell me what color it is? Font color. Oh, look, it's this green right here. See that one right there? Olive green. Okay, so let's go over to this one, highlight the text, and we go to the color option for the text. And it was this one right here, olive green. Again, I went to this one and I clicked on it and I went and I saw which one it was, this one right here. And then I went to the new one, I clicked on the text and I went to this one. Oh, this one. Okay. Let's add some animation to our bulleted items. This is the bulleted items right here. To add the animation, we go to animation. We can say add animation here if you want, right here. And you can see which way do we want them to come in. The fly in is probably the most, or the appear one. Float in. What's the difference between fly in and float in? Because float is not as fast. Oh, there we go. And which way do we want it to come in? You can change the effect. Oh, you can only float up or float down. Do you see that? Oh. So make sure you select the entire thing to apply the animation. If you just have one selected, it will just do one. If you want to see your one slide at a time without having to preview the entire presentation, you can actually preview the slide right here. I don't know. I got two animations on there. I don't know how to bless you. I don't know how to get rid of them. I got one that goes down and then one that goes up. How do I get rid of that?
Might be numbered because I'm using the.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have numbers on there. How'd you get the numbers on there? View maybe? I don't have.
I'm not sure because it automatically comes up for the iMac version of the PowerPoint.
Usually they have numbers next to it to show you what goes on, but it's not working for me. I don't know why. Why don't I have numbers? Can I remove the animation? Oh, here we go. Let's delete this one. Remove. Okay. Right here, I hit the animation panel. We'll show you the animation. Usually the numbers show up here. I don't know why they're not. Then you can tell it how many seconds you want it to do its thing. Again, preview within the slide. Okay, let's make a new slide. You get the idea of the animation. Again, to make a new slide, we're going to go under Insert, New Slide. This time I'm going to do, we did a 2 content, and then there's a comparison one. Let's do picture with a caption. picture with caption. You'll notice it has 3 boxes for this one. 3 boxes with this one. The first one is this one. We can add a picture. Notice it's just choosing a picture from my computer. Say, oh, I click here and it's only choosing a picture from my computer. Can I still get an online picture even though it's using this picture thing right here? Sure enough, if you go under Insert, you can say Online Picture right here. So you're not stuck just by using whatever icon that comes with the box. You can use Online Picture here. And let's insert a picture. We did artificial lawn, we did grass cutting, we sprayed. What else do we do with our lawn? We fertilize our lawn. Types of, how about types of? No, I guess that would be a comparison. We cut our grass. How about we get pictures of lawnmowers, right? How about we do that? So let's find a picture of a lawnmower. There they are. Woo, which one do you want? This one? No. There you go. Get some exercise while you're mowing your lawn, right? You get your handheld and or this is the best one, you know, you can drive around and you don't have to do anything, right? Notice how the picture doesn't fit in the box. Notice how my picture doesn't fit in the box. What to do? You scale it, it still doesn't fit. So if your picture doesn't fit, I went to crop, fill, or fit, and it changed the size to fit. Okay? So let me undo that and then show you again. When let's go back. When I inserted this picture, I had a box already set, right? There was a box for a picture, right? But I inserted this picture from Bing online, and notice how it didn't fit within the box, right? Because it cuts the top off, it cuts the tire off. I don't want the tire being cut off. So once I have my picture selected here, I went to crop, and I said fit, and it scaled it, or say crop, fill. Either one. I think the crop fit was probably better. It shrunk the picture down to fit within the box. Did you see that? Yes. If you want, you can just click on the edge. Click on the edge. If you click inside, it thinks you want to do something inside. But if you click on the edge of a box, you can hit delete and it'll go away. So think about the edge as selecting the entire box. And if you click inside, it thinks you want to change something inside the box. And then this is, of course, a riding mower. So let's type in riding mower. Is that mower? Mower? Okay, let's talk about adding artwork to your PowerPoint presentation. So let's make a new slide. Let's make a new slide. New slide. And then let's do, let's see. Content with caption. How about that one? I did content with caption. Again, it has a pre-made layout with 3 boxes, kind of like the one we did before with the photo, and then it had a subtitle and a title. In addition, you can build yourself a table. You can also do a chart. If I click on chart right here, boom, you can make yourself a chart. Remember the charts from before, just like we did? You have a whole bunch of different charts. We have, of course, template, column. You have your same column charts that we had before. You have a line chart, pie chart, bar chart, area chart, scatter chart, stock chart, surface chart, radar combo. I don't know. Let's try just a simple column chart. Notice how it brings up Excel. Brings up like a little version of Excel. Kind of like a little version of Excel. So it puts some pre-made artwork in there already for you. You have your categories and things like that. So let's do rainfall per year, and let's do north, south, east, west, and so on. So let's do rainfall. Let's do the first category one. We'll do north, and then we'll do south. We'll do east, and then we'll do west. And then what type of rain do we get in the north? Let's see. So we did north. North, south. Well, maybe we don't need rainfall. What could we compare for lawns? What? Lawn height? I don't know. Let's say or we could do months. How about that? How about we do June, July, August. Summer rainfall. And so in the north it rains a lot in June, but not a lot in July and August. In the south it rains a lot in July and August. Let's go up to 5 for that one. In the east, it rains mostly in the spring and summer. And August, not as much. In the west, it never rains. So, 1. Never rains in July, 0. And never rains in August, maybe a little bit, 1. A little bit. Okay. When you're done, if you hit the X right here, it'll go away. You can change the title, and this title would be what? What did I say? Rainfall? Rainfall. Or participation, or, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. So again, you can put a chart in there. You can alter your chart, just like we did in Excel. Once you have your chart selected, you can alter it. You can change the data. You can change the colors, and you can edit, remove, or change. And so on. Change your chart. You know, you have all the same features that we had before. You can add shadow, highlight, things like that, glow. No, didn't work. How about this? Can I change the color? Whoosh, glow. Pretty ugly. Whoosh. No glow. I don't know. Okay, let's look at the title. This was rainfall. This is how often rains you okay. Again, if you have text, and I'm just going to put some random text in here, notice how it wraps automatically. Wrapping, 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 wrapping. But of course, you don't want to put a lot of text in there and people are not going to read it. If you want to delete the entire box, again, you can click on the edge. Try and click on the edge, and then hit the delete key. If that doesn't work, click on the edge again. Hit the delete key. Boom. Goes the rain. Okay, let's take a break from PowerPoint for a moment and watch a movie. Okay, so we just got done making a chart. So what do we have so far? We got a title slide, a bulleted slide with an animation in it, and that's this, and that even the picture animated, right? Let me remove this one. That's a mistake. Then we have a picture, right? We have a table. We have another picture with bullet points that move. We have a picture with we learned to resize the picture. We have our chart, and then down here we have the pre-made ones. This one has the picture over top of the text, so we should probably move that over. Oh, it doesn't fit in there. How do we make it fit? So go down to the one with the whatever. This is a dandelion. What do they call them after the dandelion turns into this? Does that have a name to it? Anybody know? Puffy thing? How about puffy thing? Anybody know? Didn't the dandelion turn into a puffy thing? There we go. So if you look at that one, you'll notice the picture is actually over top of the text. So what could we do? Well, we could try and move it over, but there's not enough room, right? You can put it all the way over there at fertilizer, it just doesn't work, right?
Shrink it.
What's that?
Shrink it.
Shrink it. That's one. Or you can change the actual text here. If you click on the text box, we can shrink the text box down and wrap the text. The problem with that, though, is you might need to this jump down a little further. But it still fit. Still fit. Maybe move it up a little bit. You can use the arrows on the keyboard to move things around. If you don't want a slide, like I don't want number 10, you can right click on it and say delete slide. Right click on it and say delete slide. This has the same problem. Maybe move the picture around. Last slide says student name, telephone number, so let's put our name down there. And put our phone number down there. If you want to rearrange your slides, you can simply click on them and drag them around inside this window. You can rearrange them in this window. Another way to rearrange your there was another way to rearrange, I thought. Hold on. Mm. Mm. Now there was a view, the flowchart view. Hold on, I gotta find it. It's another way to view it. No. If you go to outline view, so go underneath view, and go to outline view. What is outline view? Well, outline view is an easy way to manipulate the content without having to open each slide up. Again, it was under view, outline view. You can actually make adjustments over here and it'll adjust the slides. So the nice thing about outline view is you can make adjustments without having to open each slide up. In addition, you can move things around in here, just like I moved them around earlier. If you want to add one to number 4 here, if I want to add a new bullet point, I could click there and type in a new bullet. You want to remove something, you can delete it from here. This is the option. So did you see that? How to change an outline view? Has everything in there for you. I believe you can print out this too. Let me see. Print. All slides. Print selection. Print current slide. I thought you could print out outline view. Don't know yet. The next one is called the slide sorter. So if you click on that, again, this is another way that you can move slides around. So you can adjust your presentation. Again, this one's slide sorter. Sorter. Oh, slide sorter. And then, of course, you can have note pages. Notes pages. Reading view. I don't know what reading view. I don't know what that is. Hit escape. So outline view, slide sorter, slide master. We'll do a master tomorrow. What happened to my slides? I don't want a master. How do I close master view? There we go. Okay, you ready to present your presentation?
Yeah.
We can go under slide, from beginning, from current slide, present online, custom slideshow. So we can present from the beginning. Remember, we got random transitions, right? So I don't know what transition's coming. And remember, we got bullet points. And of course, dogs love it. We have my fabulous lawnmower. We can paint our grass if we want. There's our rainfall chart thing. Here's our summer fall. I messed up the table. I know I did. Aerate your lawn. Hit escape when you're done. Not a bad presentation for our first one, right? We got a whole bunch of different things in there. We got photos, we got charts, we got bullets. Whoosh. Fabulous. Okay, let's save in some different formats here. So if we go underneath the file, save, you got different save options. If you go under save as, you can change the name of it. I'm going to go browse. I'm going to go on my desktop, choose my desktop, and I'm going to give it a name. This is my first PowerPoint. First PowerPoint, how about that? So I'm going to put it on my desktop. If I look at it on my desktop, you'll notice it gives you a little thumbnail because we're on a Windows computer. And it does have an extension. If we look at the extension for it, it's going to be PPTX. PPTX is the extension for a PowerPoint presentation. Right here, the extension, PPTX. In addition, if you want, you can go under File, Save As, and we can save it again. I'm going to go on the desktop again. And this time, if you look at the Save As type, if you go under where it says Save As type, you'll see there's a whole bunch of different ones you can save in there. You got your PowerPoint presentation, PowerPoint macro enabled presentation, PowerPoint 2007 or 97 to 2003. You can even save your file as a PDF if you want. What this does? Standard publishing, online publishing, minimum size. I don't know. Let's try. I'm going to try a PDF just to see what it does. I want to see what it does. Here it is, PowerPoint. Can you present in Acrobat? Well, yes. What would the advantage of using Acrobat over PowerPoint?
Every computer can use it.
As long as you have the Acrobat plugin, you'll be able to view it. Can you view in PowerPoint? Well, you can view in PowerPoint or view in Acrobat like a presentation somewhat. A lot of the features that are in the PowerPoint are not in Acrobat, though. So you're going to be missing a lot of stuff. But you can still present. If I can figure out how to present. Where is it? There we go. And you can use the arrows, but notice my transitions aren't in there. It takes each slide and saves it as a graphic. So you're missing all your stuff. But you can still save it. The other advantage of saving as a PDF might be the font you used, right? If you use a crazy font, if the person doesn't have the crazy font on their computer, it might not show up. So using the PDF might be one way to go for that. Let's try another format. I'm going to go on the desktop. Again, the one that they were talking about in the video that we were watching earlier was a PowerPoint that goes to full screen mode, and I think he was using PowerPoint Show, right? I think it was PowerPoint Show, this one right here. So using the PowerPoint Show, it'll automatically go to full screen mode when you save it. Let's look at that one. Again, PowerPoint Show. Here it is. Here it is right here. So it has a different kind of thumbnail to it, does it? This is the PowerPoint Show. This is the regular PowerPoint, and then a PDF. What is the advantage of the PowerPoint Show? Well, if you open it up it'll automatically go to the presentation, right? So PowerPoint show. PowerPoint show. You get the idea. To stop a show, which key on the keyboard should you hit? Escape, probably, right? Escape. Again, double click to open your PowerPoint show up. You're done with your PowerPoint show, hit escape on the keyboard, and it goes away. Okay, let's look at any more formats I want to talk about. Let me go one more time here. Save as. Let's go desktop. So we did what? PowerPoint presentation, PDF. You can save as a PowerPoint template. Let's not do that today. Template is where you can build. It's like a theme, right? You could have your own colors and your own, title, background, and things like that. And then you can save it, and then you could open it as a template and just change some of the stuff. So it's like a way of making a layout that's the same. PowerPoint XML presentation. Ooh, MPEG-4 video. Windows Media Video. A GIF, a JPEG, PNG, TIFF, independent bitmap, Windows Meta File, enhanced Windows Meta File, online RTF, PowerPoint picture presentation, strict open XML presentation, open document presentation. I don't know what most of these are. Let's just try video. I'm going to try video once and see what that does. I don't remember what it does. It's doing something. The cursor's doing something. No. Yes? Oh, here it is.
What are we saving it as?
I tried the video one, the MPEG-4. I just want to see what it does. I don't remember. I'm trying to see. It doesn't seem to be doing much. I tried the one that said MPEG-4 in there, and it's not working right. I got cursors going. Oh, here it goes. Look, it opens up in Windows Media Player. And it says I have to close the program. No. The file is already in use. Close other programs I might be using the file or stop playing the file. I don't think it's done playing that, done making it. Maybe that's why. I think it's still doing it. Huh. Still doing something. I don't know. I think it's still making. Oh, it just finished. Okay, so let's see what it does. There's a video. How does it go from one to the other? Oh, it's doing it automatically. Well, check that out. So this option that I chose to give me the video here was MPEG-4 in that list. I think it said MPEG-4, right? Did you have one that said MPEG-4 in your list? Yeah. And look, it just keeps playing. It looks like it holds each slide for what? Maybe 5, 6 seconds? 5 seconds maybe? See it? Huh? This is a way to put it on, you can put it on YouTube then, right? Okay. Oh, and it has random transitions too, doesn't it? Okay, not too bad. Again, we had video, we have regular PowerPoint, PowerPoint show, and then a PDF. Any questions about that? Okay, how about we stop PowerPoint for today? We'll watch a video and then we'll go home.